Welcome back to A Fit with Jack Gaming, where we're going through our weekly comic book poll. We're going to end up going through the comics that we picked up this week and then ranking the top 5 of what we think of the books are. If that's something you're interested into, hit that little subscribe button and see about any of our other content that we have. We cover Magic the Gathering, opening up packs from their sets, or having deck techs or stuff like that. And then we also cover comic books and Amis, or Amis for short. Without further ado, let's dive on in. So, obviously, we had a decent little pull this week. We ended up picking up Ghost Rider, number 2. Unlimited X-Men, led to number 1. Nightwing, issue 90. Immortal XMen, number 1. Hulk, number 5. And we round it out with Dark Ages, number 6. So let's dive into the books and break it down and see what we thought about the books themselves. So I know I said top 5, but it's obviously going to be 6, so we'll just end up starting off with number 6, being Ghost Rider number 2. It's alright. It ends up having a nice little transformation trying to explain stuff that goes on with the Ghost Rider. It's a meh book for me, but I don't know if I would actually go out of my way to go pick it up. The main reason I did pick it up is because of the sick cover, though. You should never judge a book by its cover, though. Sometimes it pans out, sometimes it doesn't. This time, it didn't pan out. And then, we had, at number 5, Unlimited X-Men Latitude. The first issue. So it has an interesting thing is where the mutants are missing and everything. They find out that AIM's part of it. And then Wolverine's the one that goes over and does the little, well, what Wolverine does. However, he has an interesting way that he gets on the ship. And then the ship also has some surprises for Wolverine as well. It's an alright book. I wouldn't be in such a rush to pick that up either. Except for the way it gets on the ship. It's pretty interesting. And then we have Nightwing, number 90 as number 4 for this week. So that ends up covering the entire things that goes on with Nightwing because evidently someone's looking out to take him out. And then there's also the Flash that's also involved because they're two best buds. A building collapses and some other shenanigans pursue. If that sounds something interesting, give this guy a check and see how it's going. You got the Mark Brooks cover of Immortal XMen number 1. So this is an alright book. It ends up having Magneto stepping away from being a part of the council, which ends up making a power vacuum for that spot. Who's going to fill it? Who's all trying to fill it? Read this issue and find out who it is. Or whom it is. Number 2 is Hulk, number 5. Something made by Cates and the wonderful art of Ryan Otley. It's a nice job that comes over, a nice blend, has some action scenes that goes over with it. And we're hoping it ramps up into something, because I believe the next book is the finale book, which could be dropping that big old bomb. Cates, drop it on us. That makes number 1, Dark Ages number 6. This finishes out the story. So, if you don't know, Tom Taylor ended up signing an exclusive contract with DC Comics. So, before he had left, this was the last comic that he ended up working on. We hope when he comes back, or if he's able to come back, he'll end up writing this and keep on in this world because it's a pretty solid book. Had a nice little write-up. And then they have a way to deal with the villain that you don't see coming out from left field. Well, at least I didn't see it. I was kind of a little bit shocked, and I was kind of happy with the way that they ended up doing. Had a little bit of action and some reunions. A nice little dash for something to pick up this week. This is, if I was picking up any book, I would pick up this. This Dark Ages was a really good, solid series. So that's the Pull video. What did you think of it? Put it down in the comments down below. And if you're liking the content that we're putting out, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon to be notified about any of our future content. Thank you for watching, and thank you for bearing with us trying to learn the little fancy new technology and figuring things out. We popped back over on the phone this time around because we got to figure out the camera settings and all the other things with the other stuff. Again, thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later.